Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and I'm your instructor for NE 258. This is Module 2, and we're going to be looking for materials for our game level. We need to look for SBSAR, and where we can find this is Substance Share. So under Substance Share. Now there's two types of materials. One is the designer materials, and one is for Substance Painter. And we're looking for materials that can be actually used for Substance Painter. So how do we differentiate the two? Well, first of all, we needed to make a texture material list, and that should be in Module 2. So I went ahead and showed you my material list. Let's see, what do I have here? I asked you all to create a material list, so substance material list is what I'm looking for. So this is just an example. Of course, you're going to have your own material list, but you need to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I know we haven't done a sidewalk. I'm going to create one in a later video in this module. So and you can create other objects too as well, and you can have more in the list, but I don't want you having any fewer than 8 types of material, and they need to be all different materials, not the same material. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm actually for the grading rubrics will be that you'll have at least minimal of 8 different materials used. So I started with an interior floor. Of course, this can be different for you. Mine's going to be a wood or tile floor. Interior walls, painted or stucco. Ceiling, I'm going to have some kind of a textured ceiling. Exterior walls could be brick or stucco. My roof, I'm going to have roof tiles. And ground, I'm looking for grass. Sidewalk, of course, concrete, and then an exterior wall fence, of course, maybe old brick or something else. But that's what I have, and because I have this all listed, I can narrow down my search and not waste so much time looking around needlessly. I can kind of narrow that down. So that's the whole idea about a list, because a lot of us get distracted by materials we think we need instead of focusing on materials we need at the moment. So a lot of us are thinking ahead of time for other projects. Wow, this is a really cool material. I'm going to look into this one, instead of just being focused. Because you can literally spend hours on Substance Share, and this is the place I want you to go. Substance Share is a free exchange of substance materials. Okay, it's a platform for you guys to work with, and you're going to have to go in here and register. I've already registered, so I'm good to go. So you'll have to come in and register, fill out a form real quick, and then it's free to use whenever you need it. So right now we're looking for 8 materials. So I click on materials, and you can search right away. So what are you looking for? Well, first thing, I'm just going to do one. Concrete, right? So I'm going to do concrete and go ahead and search that, and all this comes up. So instead of going through all this and finding the one that I may need in a future project, that's what as humans we think about. We think ahead. It's not bad to think ahead if you got nothing but time to waste, right? If you got nothing but time to waste, you can go in here and download every single one of these for future projects. But that doesn't help you now. Wasting time now is not good time management. So let's go in here and click on Concrete Europe. Okay, and when you do that, you can go ahead and download it. Okay, it gives you a little bit some information. It's 31 megabytes. That's pretty heavy, but let's go ahead and download that. Okay, so it's going to download at the bottom, and when it's done, this is how you can process it, so you can use it later. So you can also archive this stuff as well. Alright, so it looks like it's finishing, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the arrow, go to show in folder, and you can see that I've got it right here. I'm going to go ahead, and if you copy it and paste it, it leaves it in there. Okay, in the downloads folder, taking up space on your hard drive. So what I tend to do is do cut, okay, and then let me go in here and I made a substance materials folder on my desktop, and you can see that I've already pasted it. Okay, so you paste it here. All right. So if I do that, let's just skip that. So when I do that, you can see that there's Concrete Europe, and this is what we're looking for, but it's in this zip folder. So I'm going to right click over it, go open with Windows Explorer. You can go in here. Now here's the difference. Okay, so it looks like a green flag, and the designer looks like a cube with little, spears coming out, or whatever you want to call those lines coming out. So it's a green flag is what we're looking for. That's the SBSAR file. Okay, there's some resources in here, and this is kind of cool too. They're giving us the base color, the concrete height map, and the concrete roughness map. So those are the maps that actually make up this particular material. So that's great, and you want to keep those. But we'll just keep it in the zip folder. But we're going to take this, copy it, okay, and then go ahead and paste it. And I've already done that, so replace, yeah. So there it is, Concrete Europe. Alright, so the next step is, I'm not going to go through doing a bunch of these because just doing one is enough. So the idea that you go out and find it, you download it, and you can use the search engine. If you're looking for tiles, if you're looking for grass, you can type in grass. That's one of the ones that I need, and you just give it time and find the grass that you think looks the most realistic, because that's the whole idea, is making your scene in this class, in this course, in this module as realistic as possible. I don't need to see any cartoony stuff. You guys can do that later in your own projects, but right now I'm looking for photorealism. So please try to find realistic textures that you see in real world. Okay, and that's what I'm most interested in in these modules and this course that you're taking, is to try to get as photorealistic as possible. Okay, and then on your own you guys can go out and do as cartoonish or as stylistic as you'd like. Okay, and I love that stuff too. I look forward to seeing you again.